Good time zone, everyone, and welcome to Curse of Sapphics. My name is Aki, or Akino if you're feeling fancy, and pronouns are she, her. And you can find me on several projects all over the internet, some variation of Akinomiiart. I will be your lovely game mother as we embark on the penultimate episode of Curse of Sapphics. For the sake of time, we're just gonna dive right in and introduce our semi-delirious cast. So, y'all know what to do, and let's go. We'll start with Joe first.
For introductions?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Hi, my name is Joe. You can find me everywhere under Sugi_Joe. Sometimes there's a 7. Figure it out. On the internet, I am playing Christopher, the puppet for y'all. The little man with big. And yeah, I'm very excited. I heard we have some really cool things in store for this episode. I say we, but it's mostly Aki.
Hello, everyone.
Josephine.
I am Josephine at Scary Dog Friend. I am playing Maria, the Fleshwarp Beastkin cleric of family, and specifically of Lamash too. I can cast Water Walk now. Fuck you, Aki.
Hi everyone, I'm Mandy, or TheMandii, as you know me all over the internet. I am playing Ellie Glassera, the bard, summoner, Kitsune. That's me. Happy to be here.
And hi, I am Mimi, also known as Michelle Jones. I am playing Aisha Akinomiiart, the Shisk Tiefling fighter who is here to punch a giant fish in the face.
Speaking of punching giant fish in the face, before we start, couple words of safety. Curse of Sapphics is a grim, dark, gothic horror fantasy adventure. My players and I have done many session zeros in preparation for this campaign. If you want to see all the content warnings, there should be a little command for it that you can just spam in chat. And yeah, we're gonna do a recap. But I don't know. Do we want to do a recap or do we just want to dive right in? This is for a free hero point.
I can speedrun a recap real quick.
Speedrun our recap.
So, while Christopher and Ismark went off to have boy time, Aisha and Maria and Ellie, those are our names, went off to take baths and wash off all the muck of combat and travel. During bath time, there was some banter, some arguing, some commiseration. Eventually, we all sort of ended up on the same page, which is we're gonna go save a pink witch, warlock, I don't know, sorceress. We're gonna go save Christopher's sister. In the night, we had a big dinner with the Bastani. They cooked up the wolf that Aisha smashed the crap out of. We bartered for a horse and carriage, which Ismark paid for half of, because he is a big softy. We learned a story about a wizard who got in a fight with Strahd, got murked, and thrown down a waterfall. We traveled past that waterfall, and now we are at a lake, I want to say about a day's ride away from Vallaki. We see a boat in the middle of the lake, and someone with a very high perception score, who is not me, noticed that there is a child who is tied up in the boat along with an individual who appears to be entranced, charmed, under some kind of influence. And so Maria hit Aisha with a water walk, and I am running out onto the lake to try to rescue this child as everybody else is behind me in canoes.
And the water did in fact start rumbling. So I'd like everybody to make me initiative rolls because we're just gonna jump into combat now.
Excellent.
Eat shit. That's a 27.
Ooh, nice.
I got a 13.
Goodness. Goodness. Where is my shit? Can you guys do me a favor and like write that in the chat?
Yeah, I got you.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
What did Christopher get? Or is Chris not here?
Christopher is here. Christopher, you get to choose which boat you'd like to be on. Either the one with Ismark and Irina, or the one with Maria and Ellie.
I will say Ismark and Irina.
Ismark and Irina. All right. But also you
Since
you
we were
should-
hanging out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were hanging out. You were hanging out with them for a while.
Okay.
What do you call it? But still roll your initiative because in this case you're just like sitting in the boat as well.
Nice.
Okay, I wrote it in the chat, but it was a 17.
Dope. I'm just gonna quickly open a different dice roller. And just do
I
that.
have 2 hero points. Do I want to use one of them on initiative?
Maybe.
It depends how
Aki,
bad
I know
was.
you can't. I know you can't answer that question.
Yeah, I was like, I guess truthfully, it depends how bad your initiative was, right?
I mean, I know I'm going last.
Oh dear.
You know what? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of a fish.
Not afraid of the fish. Not afraid.
Have you ever read Moby Dick?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about a really cool dude with a spear who stabs a whale. Is that how it ends?
Yeah, actually, you're so right. Yeah, that was correct.
Mhm.
What am I doing? I have a book here. Okay. 1 second.
But I think that's like a side plot, right? The book is mostly about like the gay cabin boys.
Is it about the gay cabin boys?
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
'Cause
it's a lot
Ishmael-
of fraternizing.
Ishmael is the narrator, which means he's the most important character in the book.
Yes. And the book is only named Moby Dick as a mislead to the audience.
You guys are just like screaming
And
about
because the
Moby
word
Dick
dick is in it.
across like the lake.
Yeah.
All this dick.
No, this is
Oh,
just the
I
banter.
read it because Dick was in the title.
Yeah, Ishmael was getting that Moby Dick.
Jesus.
I'm just doing banter to fill time while Aki does math.
I'm cutting this out. I'm just kidding.
That's fine. That's fine. You can cut it.
It's just between me and her, okay? We like talking about Moby Dick
Okay.
and fishes.
Dick. Yeah, no, sorry. It was on the damn sheet. I could not for the life of me find the perception the initiative rules for the fucking monsters. It took me a hot second.
-5.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm struggling as well, trying to find the abilities I picked for Cardi on the sheet.
-10. Plus 10 for Cardi,
should
negative
be-
10 for the fish.
So Cardi takes the same initiative as you do and just goes after you. Cardi
Right,
and you
he
share.
has new abilities, and I don't know how to find them now. But
They should
ignore
be.
me. I'll figure it out while we do stuff.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay, so the your initiatives are good. So as mentioned before, the water underneath Aisha starts not underneath, but rather slightly in front of you. It starts bubbling. You're within this vicinity here, and you did move into the area technically. So I would like a fortitude save.
Okay, I'm good at those.
Yeah. Technically, actually, because you ran out from the get-go. You weren't on a boat before, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody
Mhm.
else got on a boat. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
I want DC DC. I want fortitude saves from everybody, actually, because you all would kind of be within its range when I think about it.
Lord.
I got a
Mm.
22.
17.
23.
19.
Oh, that's so that. My rolls are very good.
Mm.
So Aisha and Christopher and Ismark's and Irina's boats. Y'all notice this first, and you're able to. In terms of the boat that Christopher's in, you see like Ismark and Irina specifically rowing backwards as the tide is pulling you towards the center, and you're able to keep away from being pulled. You're staying stationary, and nobody fell out of the boat in this case. Whereas for Aisha, you're also able to keep your balance, keep yourself from being pulled further in. Perhaps it's the magic, perhaps it's the fact that you are thick. All of these things and more. Ellie and Maria's boat. Are you both taking turns rowing? Is there one person rowing in particular?
I don't know. Ellie's not super strong.
Can you say that?
so-
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Who's rowing the boat? Are you both rowing the boat, or is it one person rowing the boat?
Maybe both of us?
Yeah, I think that both of us,
Yeah.
since we're not super strong.
Mm-hmm. So, you both feel your boat being pulled. You're moving closer towards Aisha, and you can kind of see in the water that there is something there kind of pulling you in. You're unable to stop from getting closer. And I will say, I think Aisha's previous save, you don't hit her or anything. She's able to move out of the way from y'all. But now y'all are in front of her. And neither of you fall in, though I will say, since you're rowing together, that much is clear. But you can't stop as the boat moves faster towards something. It is your turn though, Ellie.
Okay. And we don't see anything at this point?
No, but you can use an action to make a check for that.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. I want to see if I can see anything or discern what kind of creature would have these sorts of abilities.
For you, that would be
I do have
yeah.
I do have academic lore. Maybe I studied about this when I was learning to be an adventurer.
Yeah, no, you were learning to
college.
be an adventurer. You went to college. I would allow academic lore, actually, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's not gonna help me much. Not great. 11.
Oh shit, man. You don't know.
Yeah, I
You
have
don't know. You
no
don't
idea.
know. You're thinking. I think. You're feeling like you're not a strong baby for by any means necessary, but it's the fact that you can't stop it, and it's making you panic a little bit, and so you're thinking of, oh my god, it could be a giant fish, it could be a giant crab, it could be a gator. Are there gators in Barovia? Do you even know what a gator is? It could be a water elemental, it could be a wind spirit that's stuck in the water. It's just so
Could be
much.
so many things. Yeah, it's
So many
too much
things.
to calculate.
Yeah, and it's making you panic a little bit. You still do have 2 more actions.
I would like to. Can I do a perception check to see if I can see anything under the water?
Yes.
Okay. I can't rightly attack something I can't see, especially with spellcasting. So. Nice. 26.
Okay, yeah. You panic. you look at the water, you're seeing it move, and then it hits you. This is not moving the way water in a whirlpool would move. It's pulling you like a tide would, except it's way more concentrated because the tide pushes back also. You're not being pushed back, you're just being pulled, you're being suctioned into this area. And you saved last time too, so I feel like I'll give this to you. You're thinking this is some weird baby between a water elemental and a slime?
Not a fucking slime. God damn it. I shout that out to the rest of the party. I think it's a water elemental or slime or something. It's just pulling, so there's no tide. Probably closer to a slime if it's gonna suck us in.
Suck. You do have one more action. You can do a number of things. Yeah.
Obviously, well, I guess with my last action or with Cardi's action, I send him above so he can like keep an eye on what's going on.
Are you doing this as like a scouting type of thing per se? Like you want to do another perception check?
I don't want him in the boat. In case we get sucked in, I need him to be able to like come get me.
Okay. So
yeah, so
okay,
that's where I'm at.
All right, yeah, that's fine. You send Cardi to the skies. Cardi goes to the skies, not too far from you, but above, where it's like one movement action. Cardi can come back down to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so high enough that no sucky, not too far from you though.
Okay. Perfect.
It's Maria's turn.
Okay. I want to see if I can get like a survival or perception check in to see if I can target it with a cantrip or something, and something just combative.
Combative. Okay, so like you want to like
I want to be able to like carve it, like map it out where I can hit it, basically.
map out where you can hit it. Okay. So I would accept nature or survival or arcana.
I can do survival.
In this case. Survival, yeah.
Okay. Oof. Okay. 24.
Okay. You're able to understand that this thing is rather large. And that's because it can make itself like kind of like flatten itself in a way. However, you think you know how to calm it down. This is a natural thing that lives in the water, and perhaps movement startled it. And so it is reacting as animals do when it's scared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would I go about calming it down?
There's a lot of ways you can go about calming it down. There is the calm emotions spell. You're pretty sure, though, you're pretty sure that you could find ways to like expend energy to let it know that you're. Wait a minute. You got that aberration thing, yeah?
Yes, I do.
You can talk to it.
Okay, perfect. So with Mind Link, I need to reach out to touch it. So I just like
You would have to put your hand.
I just suddenly like instead of my more defensive like stance, however I was situated on in the boat, I lean over the side and I start to crouch down, like lifting, kind of rolling my sleeve up and like trying to like get my hand into the water.
How many actions does your mind link take?
2.
2, so that would be all 3. You're trying to speak to it though, or trying to get it to understand you. What are you conveying?
So I can mentally impart to the target an amount of information in an instant that could otherwise be communicated in 10 minutes. So within like an instant is just this like series of like images and flashes of sentiments of we don't mean any harm. We are just attempting to get this child out of this dangerous situation. Please, I know you understand. Taking care of children, taking care of something. Release us from the hold of the lake, and we will not endanger you.
Can it convey something back? Or is it one way?
It doesn't say that we can communicate to each other. It's just that I can. Excuse me. I link my mind to the target's mind, and mentally impart that information. So whether or not that there's like a through line back, I guess is up to you. But our minds are linked.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say yeah, but
Okay.
you're not gonna get words. You're gonna get feelings, or like if you could get like a vibe check, that's basically what you're getting back.
Okay.
You realize that this creature, thing, etc., is scared of a lot of things. One of them is Aisha. You get that feeling, because Aisha did in fact like in its case run at it. It's scared of the man in the boat, and it's scared of something that's been circling above. And now it's their turn. So man in the boat. Aisha, you were beside the boat, right?
Pretty close to it, yeah.
Okay. You didn't notice this at first because you were more you were focused with catching up. You recognize that this man was in a trance, and then it dawns on you that his skin looks different. There are several types of things that could have happened here, and so you're a professional, but you know sometimes it takes people time to register what's going on here. So and since you are a professional in this, I will give you a moment if you would like to make another perception check. You do have a lore for this as well, right? What's your lore?
I have skeleton and vampire lore, but if I see an undead in combat, I get to make a free recall knowledge check.
That's what I was thinking. Yes. So please make the free recall knowledge check.
All right, I'm rolling religion. Fuck it, I'll hero point the 3, and it's a 2, so that's an 8.
Oh my god. It takes you too long, I'm gonna say, for you to realize before it gets its full like turn per se on you as the man starts swinging. You do recognize that whatever this man was before, he no longer is now. And you might even, but you recognize that this is not your normal your normal basic undead. That much you got immediately. So it's gonna swing at you while kind of being in the boat. Actually, it's gonna get up because it was sitting in the boat, and then kind of make a grab at you. It Getting up from the boat made it bounce. So when it tries to swing, it like kind of trips back into the boat. It's gonna do it. It's gonna actually try and get up again because that was a nat 1. So yeah, no, this shit sucks for this guy. What a shitty turn, damn it. Will say though you notice its attention goes from you to the little girl in the boat though, as it kind of falls closer to her. The tide's gonna freak out because it started moving again. It's not going to be. It's Maria, because you're still kind of connected. It's not freaking out about you or Ellie or literally anybody else in the boat. It's just now that that guy that it pinpointed started moving, that it's freaking out again. It's going to make another big pull, I guess. Yeah. So I need everybody to make a reflex save now because you're all unfortunately in its pulling vicinity.
I'm a hero point that because I rolled on that one.
Ayo. Consider Cardi completely out of this, by the way, so you don't gotta worry about that.
24 reflex.
Still shitty.
I got a
22.
18. I guess it's better than I thought.
Okay. Let me just really quickly. Fine. She's fine. Okay. Is you see wait, what did you get, Christopher?
22.
22. You guys are fine as you feel it pull once again. Ismark and Irene are both able to keep the boat steady. And Christopher, the most important thing is you're able to keep yourself steady because you need a lot of stability and support when you walk. Your body's still weird and you have rolling joints constantly. So this is awful. You're just surprised you haven't been toppling over yet. You are so bounceable, by the way. If you bounce, if you
Right.
hit the boat the wrong way, you're off. So you and Tiny are able to kind of like hold on as Ismark and Irina are able to keep their boat stationary, and you're fine. My other lovelies, 24, right, for Maria?
Yep.
You're fine. You kind of move your hand away from the water just instinctively. You can put it back there though if you want to. It's more so for this next part you don't fall out of the boat because you gotta lean out.
Yeah.
You're bracing yourself. You're fine. You're good. Your boat, however, does not stop from moving even closer to its center, though it's not attacking you. It really is just you're in its range, and so by default you're getting AoE'd here. Ellie, my sweet summer child, you fall in.
Oh,
You fall off the boat. The pull was a lot. Yeah, you failed. The pull was a lot more than you were expecting, and the way you were angled, maybe the way that you were sitting, somehow you just roll off the boat into the water. You're going to take, where the fuck is it? There it is. You're gonna take 6. That's a lie. You're gonna take 8. There you go. Points of bludgeoning damage as you kind of fall in the water, and then you're also pulled. Your body is being pulled, and you understand that you feel water, but you feel something else in it as well. You're pretty sure this is a weird slime thing. Like I said, something between a slime and a water elemental, as you can feel the resistance and the texture differences between it. Your damage comes from the fact that you fell in and then are also being pulled at the same time. So you're just kind of jostled. You can resurface just fine. You're not holding your breath or anything like that. But you're in the water now. And it is cold and clammy and slimy now.
Cold doesn't bother me, but the other things do.
Yeah. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Aisha, you also got 14?
Yeah, I failed.
Oh
You
God.
also fall. You're okay. Well, water walk protects you from falling in, right? I think you're just knocked prone in this case, and you can feel how unstable this is. And when I say unstable, I mean like, so water walk kind of just makes it feel like a solid surface for the most part. This is like a water bed kind of thing. So if you like put too much weight, your hand sinks in a little bit. So getting up is annoying. You're knocked prone. You technically do take damage. I'm gonna say it's because you're being pulled as well as being prone. So now that you're feeling like extra strain everywhere, and it's weird and it's tugging you, and it's pushing your armor against you in like pointy places are hitting your other pointy places. And you're like, this fucking hurts. And you're gonna take like also 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. It's Ismark's turn. I think he's going to focus on moving back. Because y'all keep getting pulled, and he's trying to get a wider berth here. And he is displacing enough water to stop the boat from being pulled in. He is successful in doing this, and he's gonna move like 10 feet back from y'all. And he's gonna kind of spend the rest of. No, actually, he can try and make a perception check. He cannot. He doesn't see anything. He sees people are falling in, and he's freaking out a little bit about that. Actually,
Come on.
he cannot. So he's just he's panicking a little bit, and Christopher, you kind of like he moved y'all away from the pulling range.
Mhm.
And then you see him like pull shit off of himself, so and he just also dives into the water, because from his, he got like a nat 1 and a 2. He thinks Ellie is drowning, so he's gonna go undrown you.
Huh?
he's
Okay.
Nice.
he panicked as well. Sweet prince. Christopher, it's your turn.
Cool. Am I tall enough to perceive the girl in the boat?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do I'm assuming is it a perception check to check if to see if I recognize her? Like if that's like
Yeah, you can make a if you want to, you can make a perception check, yeah. It would be one action.
okay. Actually, yeah, I'll just do it. Super cool. Oh, there we go. That's a 19.
Okay. So one, I will say that you can see where the little girl is. So like if you were to like, shoot a spell, you're not gonna accidentally hit her unless you roll in that one. Okay, like that as clarity, because the guy that was on the boat with the little girl is kind of like not really covering her, but in that same general direction. It's just real easy to my guy blocking your view.
Right.
But as all of this shit is moving and stuff, and you're trying to think, you do not recognize this little girl. This is not. If you were thinking that this could be love, it's not love. It's way too small and like not pink enough.
Okay.
I will say that other things you can see about or understand though about the little girl is that she looked She looks in distress, not like panicked, but rather like perhaps she was sleeping this whole time and now she's awake. And once again, kind of bound and gagged, sort of. So she's doing a very good job. She's actually doing an unnecessarily good job at not panicking like a kid her age would do. This is like a singular digit child. This is like a 7 to 8. And I don't know. Normally, you would assume someone that young would be a lot more freaked out about the situation. She is in distress. She looks scared. She is not panicking. Those are very like clear things.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you see. You have 2 more actions.
How far am I away from the boat with the mysterious man and the kid?
You are, I want to say, like 40 feet away.
Okay.
But you should have, if you're a spellcaster, so you should have spells that are still within range, I think.
Wait. I'm looking something. I'm looking something up. Damn it. I can't do it actually. Damn. I wanted to use to like projectile, but on myself and tiny, and shove us over there. But that is only 25 feet.
I mean, you could still use the projectile on the guy. Like, you can hit the guy. I think that spell range is pretty high.
Is it?
Yeah. You should have, like, there's, I think it should be at least. It's been a while since I've used telekinetic projectile.
Range is 30 feet.
It's 30 feet? Oh, you are just out of it then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That is fine. Oh, then I will. Okay, here we go. I will. Can I mount? It sounds so sexual. Can I mount Tiny for like for writing purposes and for not toppling over and being more steady for one action?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then quick question, because you guys are well versed in spells. How far is the speed limit from like sending a message? Like for the spell message, is it unlimited or is there like a spell?
120 feet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You can also
I
just
wanna-
yell it. You're in combat. If you want to be discreet, the message spell. If you want to fucking like you can yell for free.
No, I want to send a message to the girl, and have it something be like, hey, if you feel, there's a word limit to it, right, though? Or is it just a message?
1 words.
Okay. If you are in immediate distress, please nod twice. Just to suss out if like she is like doing okay or if she's like, I would really love to get out of this like kind of like priority-wise for an adventure, you know, like can I focus on what's at hand or do I need to focus on the small child that is unreasonably peaceful where she is?
Okay, so you see that she gets the message because I'll give it to you with your previous roll. She doesn't know where it's coming from, but she just starts nodding. Just do more than twice. Like, yeah. I think, yeah.
Cool. Those are then my three. Yeah. So Mountain Tiny Stability and
Cool. Now, sorry, I'm just reading something here. the sky is gonna move. It's gonna spend an action to get it's basically right over y'all, and it looks at Cardi with its grotesquely skeletal but semi-rotten fleshy face, acknowledging that it knows Cardi is there, and it wants Cardi to know that it knows. And then it turns its head down, face towards y'all, so Christopher, Irina, Ismark's boat is out of the range. The rest of y'all are not. I need a will save.
You're 20.
I got an 11.
19.
Oh jeez. Okay. Who got the 11?
My dice are trying to kill me.
Aisha.
Yeah, they are. You're gonna, my dear, you will critically fail. You are now frightened 2.
Fuck.
The rest of you are frightened 1, and I'm gonna be doing the damage roll as this ungodly shriek hits all of y'all. Down on all of y'all.
I do have bravery, so I'm also frightened 1.
You're frightened 1. Okay, dope.
But I assume I'm about to take double damage.
You will take double damage, because you critically failed. And I wasn't expecting anyone to critically fail. Yeah, okay, so for the rest of y'all, not Christopher, you will take 24 points of
Jeez.
Excuse?
mental damage.
24?
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay. Cool.
And Aisha. Oh boy.
All right, so I'm down.
48, yeah. Because Maria's still up, you don't sink. Water walk is still on your body. You do not sink.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. That happened. That's the end of its turn.
I got you. Don't worry.
I have a question. I'm so sorry. Were we aware of the thing in the sky last session? Because it's not in my notes at all.
This thing in the sky is
because
Cardi.
none of you.
No.
No.
Oh, it's
you
not?
didn't notice it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you didn't notice it. It was hidden.
Okay.
You're in a lake, and surrounding the lake is a forest and a mountain. And nobody looked up. You guys were kind of focused on getting to where you were. The thing in the sky was here.
Cool.
Just chilling.
No worries.
Okay.
How many feet up in the sky is it?
30.
30. Okay. Good to know.
It has a fly speed. That's all I'm gonna say.
If it's only 30 feet, if it's only 30 feet up from ground, wouldn't we see it easily unless it was invisible?
If it was further up, because Cardi only went 30 up, it was way higher up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta
I'm
look up.
misunderstanding. I thought you said it was. I thought you said it was 30 feet up, and I'm like, oh, that's
No,
like.
it's
okay.
currently it
Okay.
flew 40 feet down,
Thank you. for
yelled,
clarifying.
and now it's 30 feet above y'all.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yes. It is Aisha's turn technically now.
So my turn gets moved to.
Your turn does get moved to before the harpy, so we'll just swap that real quick. I guess. Do you want to take the save now, or should we just go to the top of the round because it ends with you? But technically, your initiative now gets moved up.
I'll just wait because I can possibly get healed.
True. We're back up. Ellie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surfacing, obviously.
Yeah, you're in the water. You're in the water. You can swim. You're not drowning.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. And I can see. I'm probably like hanging on to the edge of the boat because obviously, if I try to get in, I don't want to tip Maria over. So I'm just like hanging on to it. I'm gonna have. So that thing in the sky is same level as Cardi now, altitude-wise.
Altitude-wise, yes.
Okay. How far away is it from Cardi?
It's, I want to say 15 feet because it in particular was being a little a bitch. It was being a bitch. So yeah, it's close. It's close.
Cool.
Yeah, 10, 15, like give or take. It's flying and you're kind of hovering.
Sure. So I'm gonna cast. I assume I can cast because I have visual range, and I'm if it's 30 feet above us, then I'm 30 feet from Cardi, which means I can cast Thundering Dominance on him.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to do that, and then for Cardi's action, to use, let's see, if he only has one. You said are they 60 feet apart from one another?
Who?
Like, how far are Cardi and the thing in the sky?
Like 15, 10 feet away.
Oh, perfect.
They're close. Yeah, they're close. It wanted it close by.
Love that for me. I'm casting Thundering Dominance on Cardi, and then I'm going to have Cardi use Thundering Roar on it, which unleashes powerful vocalization. Each enemy in a 10-foot emanation takes 4d8 sonic damage with a basic will save.
Yeah. That's good. You said...
If it fails, it's also Frightened level 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the DC to beat?
My spell DC, which is, oh my god, 19?
18.
It got 18?
It got 18.
Aha! Okay, cool. So that is, oh fuck yeah, that's amazing. I love that for us. So that is 4d8 damage. I have 4d8 literally right here. Excuse me for just a second. I will do this as fast as possible. D8. Oh, nice. That is 7, 14, 18, 24 sonic damage.
Oh, sonic damage.
Yeah, it's sonic damage, and if it fails, it's Frightened 1.
Oh, that's really good to know.
Yeah, 4d8 sonic damage and Frightened if fails.
Oh, that's really good to know. Because it had resistances, but not to sonic.
Let's fucking go!
Yeah, I would say you see it take that whole thing, and it does not like that hit.
Good.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, and that is all of my actions.
All your actions. Maria, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do an upcasted with my cleric font. a heal. I'm going to use all 3 actions to disperse vital energy in a 30-foot emanation. Everyone is going to get 2d10. And I'm going to hope that that means that Aisha is at least 30 feet away from me, or approximately.
Aisha, at this point, your boat and Aisha, like, you guys are basically level.
Okay.
Like, yeah. If anything, Aisha isn't within... No, Aisha fell down. You're in the boat, so you're not within touching range, but...
Emanation.
You will get her. You will get her, yeah. Easy with the emanation.
That's 17 HP to everyone around me, including myself.
I have a question about emanation. You said 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. If you weren't sure before, the guy in the boat and the thing in the sky are undead, so they're gonna take damage.
Great. That's 17.
1 second.
Now they do get a fortitude save.
They do get a 40. I was gonna say.
My fortitude, my spell DC is 20.
Okay. Thing in the sky fails. And the boatman just can't fail enough. They're gonna take it. Yeah.
Great.
They're gonna... Was it a basic save?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the guy the guy in the boat will take double. Because that was like a nat 1 on him. All the nat 1s that I'm rolling go to him. And the bird fucker doesn't get that though. So that's fun.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna ask you a question about spirit touch, but it says it's unarmed strike. Never mind.
A question really quick
yeah.
about my my cleric font. So the amount of healing or damage increased by 1d8 and 1d10, and the extra healing for the 2 action version increases by 10. So because I upcasted it, since I used the 3 action version, does that mean that people get an extra?
If any
no, okay,
no.
great.
But if anybody else took damage, like Ellie gets healed. In this case, Ismark would have gotten healed, but he didn't take damage. But like you and Ellie did take damage. No, not you didn't take damage. Aisha and Ellie took damage.
I took damage too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, you're also healing.
Yeah.
Any bitch within the emanation that doesn't have negative healing, you will all heal.
Great.
In this case, though, those 2, they're going to take damage.
Okay,
'cause
cool.
they
Yeah.
failed.
It's just the extra healing is specifically if you cast out 2 actions.
Wait, how much are we getting here?
17.
I'm sorry, I missed. Thank you.
Yeah, and just for you, they're not looking good at all. The thing in the sky, you see that its wings are starting to melt.
Interesting.
And it already had some bone exposure, but it's melting basically, which is gross because it's falling on you. And you're like, oh, the fuck. And the guy in the boat, that's a zombie, y'all. You're so sure that's a zombie. It's a zombie though that looks very if a zombie could look clean, it looks clean. The zombies that you're used to like seeing are like missing limbs, there's holes in them, it smells, it's the eyes are sunken in, teeth are falling out. This zombie looks like practically human, like normal at this point. I mean, right now he's taking one hell of a beating, and he also looks like he's kind of melting. His skin's getting goopy, but it's holding shape. If anything, he's expanding, but like not in a scary way, more so you are undoing something.
Okay.
With all this damage. It is its turn. It's gonna I'm sorry, it's in a very the zombie's in a very it's gonna use an action to stand up. It's gonna use... What can it use? It's going to gonna throw hands with.
You can attack me, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I was like, it would just literally, unfortunately, be Aisha, who is prone, and you're not on the boat with it. It has to get out of the boat. But it does have a sword, so maybe it can just kind of try and, like, stab
Yeah.
at you like
Stab
that.
me.
Yeah. But
What are you
can
gonna
it?
do? Stab me?
What's your AC, babe?
Currently, it's an 18.
It misses. That's it. There you go. It tries to stab you twice. It misses. Its skin, its arms, it's just. It is not. It has changed the shape of its body a little bit, and that change alone, plus its body seeming to fight melting, is interfering with its vision and coordination. Not because it rolled 2 2s. Thank you. Tide's turn. Tide. Does Tide know? Can Tide understand that y'all are not attacking it? Because Tide did not get hit. I don't think Tide could get hit because of how the water is. But does Tide know?
And it's not undead, right?
It's not undead, no. It's Tide is an abjuration, I believe.
Abjuration?
I think it's abjuration. No, that's a type of magic.
Aberration?
Aberration?
Aberration, thank you. That's why you could
Yeah, okay.
mentally link with it. Tide is not gonna move. Tide is gonna stay. Tide is gonna hold its action for if any one of y'all attack it, or if it gets attacked by the Zombo and stuff. Tide's gonna wait, and so it's not moving. That's what it's gonna do. It's Ismark's turn. Ismark's swimming. Ismark feels the difference between water and slime, and hear an audible and Ismark's gonna make his way to where y'all are. Ellie, if you allow it, Ismark's gonna push you up and back onto the boat.
Okay.
You get pushed. He swims over. He goes, "Hi, Ellie." Dives back under and straight up pushes you up and over easy.
Wow,
from
touches
the
my
boat.
butt and everything, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Yes.
I want to make sure that I also make it clear to everyone that the tide is just an animal, and as best as possible to not engage with it.
Yeah, it's a free action for y'all to yell at each other.
Cool. And cry.
Yeah. And cry.
Well,
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just gonna focus the thing in the sky.
Yeah, I allow groveling as a free action as well, and simping. So, yeah, you get pushed back up and over,
Ass
and
grabbing.
Ismark will also climb back up on the boat. That is his entire turn.
He climbs onto our boat.
Yes, you have space. It's more so because he doesn't want to spend 2
All
turns
his time
swimming
swimming
back.
back.
Yeah. He thought you were drowning. He comes over and
Aw.
realizes you are not drowning, but he's still like, "I'm here.
Nah.
I might as well help you back into the boat." That is him. That was his whole thing.
What a simp. Oh my god.
Yeah, told you, it's free to simp, but the rest of the actions compile. Chris, it's Christopher. It's your turn.
It to be my turn. Okay, so little girl is distressed. Then I will
Distressed, and the zombie is still in the boat with her, but is no longer paying attention to her.
Got it. I think I will use Phase Bolt on the zombie.
It's a
Since
spell attack.
yeah. Okay. Actually, I will use my physical defense.
Yeah.
I feel like it's time. I say that, but then it like really fucks me over. What do we do? Oh, that's a natural 20!
Oh shit, bro. Okay.
Maybe I should
Okay.
just use physical die from now on. Never mind.
Mhm.
Fuck the internet.
You so technically you're gonna double the damage, so you can roll it once and then just double it, or you can roll two or whatever, how many dice you have to do.
Okay,
choice.
let me. I'll double it, I think. Let's see. Okay, that is. Sorry, I just wanted to look up how much I actually have to roll. 3d4. Okay, cool. That's one. Uh, 20. Never mind. I am so sorry.
Mhm.
No. I rolled 4 times, not 3 times. I will take just. I will take the highest. Or I can just do it again. Sorry, my bad. Okay. That is 16.
What does your phase bolt look like?
I think it's a pink lightning bolt. I will make all of his magic pink. I think that makes the most sense. But yeah, I think it's a pink lightning bolt that just kind of zaps out of his hand, but in a very clumsy way because he hasn't used magic enough to truly like be able to aim or like know what he's doing quite yet.
Yeah. I think it takes a little second, like it charges, right? And so for a second, you have that confidence you normally have as an experienced adventurer. And then sort of like when like the recoil of a gun, your arm shoots back and almost hits you in the face. But the shot, the power, the magic that you've used is so much stronger than what you thought it would be. And you see this pink lightning kind of just blast through the zombie. Whatever magic that was cast on it to kind of preserve its humanness is gone. There's a fucking big ass hole in it that you can see the little girl right through. It's sizzling. There's smoke coming out, and the zombie is kind of just like standing like what the fuck, like that, with its back arched awkwardly, as you did in fact blast honestly a U-sized hole into it. That's like a 2-foot hole, basically, less than.
Sweet.
But like about like Jesus, through it. It is barely standing.
Nice. We all know how I feel about holes. Yes, sorry.
I was like,
somebody said and I didn't want to interrupt.
That was me trying to figure out how many actions. I think you have one more action left.
I have one more. Yeah. Phase bolt is 2 actions. I think actually 1 second. How far can I? Damn it, it's touch. Okay, never mind. I think I will use some of that 1 action to get closer to the boat.
So you want to swim? That's possible. Do you want to swim, or do you want to try and row it yourself?
Does Tiny have better proficiency in water than I do? Like a water snake? Like, can I ride Tiny?
It's just his athletics.
It would just be it would just be her athletics, but I'm pretty sure you float. Like you can't.
Are made of wood.
Yeah, you can't stand in the water. You know, you can't stand like how Aisha can, but you naturally float.
I am so buoyant.
Whereas
cool.
Tiny has to keep moving, or else Tiny will sink, right? So.
Right. Okay. I will try to float over and hope to God that the creature in the sky mistakes me for a log. And I'm just gonna try to casually piddle over there.
You do you want to make a deception roll?
Yes, I
To
really
go
want to make a
along?
deception check.
Go.
Let me. I really want to make a deception check. Okay, it's not like the best. It's an 18. Yeah.
Wait,
Yes.
let me just... That's good enough. That's actually good enough. It rolled 1 under. So
Yes, I'm a log, bitches.
you're a log. You are floating starfish style. Low key moving your like a squid, like you're literally moving your arms and your legs like in a downward motion to propel yourself. Otherwise, you float starfish, and you are a log. You are driftwood. You know, like you're. I love this. It is the thing in the sky's turn.
Wait, hold up.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, you go before.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stand up. I think I just make eye contact with the kid in the boat, and I say, "You should close your eyes."
She will close her eyes.
And I'm gonna Slayer Strike on the zombie in the boat.
Mm-hmm. Please tell me what that does.
So it deals an extra weapon damage die, or it deals an extra die of vitality damage. So it only hurts undead and creatures with negative healing. But I got a 19 on the die, which makes that a 20. No, a 30. Sorry, that's a 30 to hit.
I'm just gonna let you know right now you're gonna kill it. But like roll your damage die for fun. Why don't you?
So it's 32 points of damage.
Wow. Yeah, my guy's gone. Gone. Below, way beyond 0. So, what does this look like?
I feel like the top half of its body is just like a smear and is just like spray in the water. And the legs are just standing in the boat.
That is exactly what you get. Completely gone.
It's like remains are like smoking a little bit from the holy energy.
It is standing like through. Honestly, the fact that because the boat's not rocking at this point, it is barely there. He is dead. It is dead. I don't know. Dead. Gone. I think you still have one more action. I think.
I had to stand up.
Oh, you're right. You did have to stand up. Now it's Harvey's turn, and actually also Irina's turn. Oops, I gave it away. The thing in the sky. The thing in the sky is going to well, firstly, like I mentioned before, it's like melting. It's like in between melting. Its wings are kind of melting through all of that vitality damage. And honestly, the sonic damage was a true, genuine surprise. So it can no longer shriek because the rounds are too many. But it does see Cardi, and Cardi
It's frightened level 1. I don't know what that affects, but that's what it is.
It's so frightened levels make it basically all your like stats, your AC and skill rolls, and even 2 hit and stuff like that are -1. But unless your frightened thing in particular, the effect is and they gotta move away. It does not necessarily do that. It just makes it harder for y'all to like hit shit and easier for other things to hit all of y'all. So yeah, it's gonna like try and rake a talon at Cardi, since Cardi is within literally punching distance. Well, actually, no, it has to move up a little bit because I said like 15 feet. So it's going to use an action to fly a little closer to Cardi and then try and smack it.
His AC is 20.
AC is 20. It's melting so much faster than it can kind of stop itself from doing so, and it full on misses because its arm just snaps back. It's all bone with no muscle, no nerves, nothing to like hold it back. It almost snaps off. It just does like a full spin, and it misses. And seeing itself do that, the harpy, the thing in the sky, it's a harpy skeleton, is going to try and fly away. Does Cardi have
Reactive strike.
Yeah, or
I
attack?
have no idea if
I don't think it can get it until 6.
I think it would say, yeah, I was gonna say, I think it would say like under his skill section. I don't see it.
Yeah, it's something that you have to. It is a feat you have to take.
Oh yeah, he definitely.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think so. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so it will fly.
Party flips her off with one feather.
Yeah, it's gonna fly like forward, like it's trying to fly out of the area. It's not flying up or down or anything. So it is still adjacently. It is still like 30 feet above y'all, but now it's 40 feet out. So to hit it, 40 feet from most of y'all's current area, distance, whatever. It's actually Irina's turn. I forgot that she had one in the midst of the gigantic panic of AoE damage. So Irina, who's been waiting patiently, quietly, in the other boat to not be noticed, is going to try and hit it with a longbow. It's going to she's gonna hit it. Like it does just enough. Come on, Irina. It's got how much health does it have? It's fat. Okay. She hits it for like 5 damage. She's gonna try again. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, she just hits a second time too. All right. So the damage is not a lot, but you see Irina strike true twice, as she's able to kind of hit these long shots, not into the harpy's wings, but rather the back is what she was aiming for. And she gets a little bit of chip damage in. It's still, when I say it looks strong, I mean it looks determined to get the fuck out. And we're back to the top with Ellie.
Okay. And at this point, the sky thing is 40 feet away distance-wise from Cardi?
Yes.
Cool. Divine Lance has a range of 60 feet, so he's going to cast Divine Lance.
Artie pulls out a Gluck and
I don't want this thing coming back for us. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I roll a spell attack. Okay. Hey, that's a nat 20 plus 929.
Okay, yum.
That's fucking awesome. I love that Cardi's the one who got the nat 20 today. Alright, so that is 3d4 spirit damage. I don't know if it has resistances to spirit damage.
Nope.
I'll use these die. 3d4. Oh wait, it's a critical hit, right? Because it was a 20.
So you
Okay,
can
so I roll that. I roll that twice.
You can roll it twice, or you can roll it once and just double what your thing is.
Okay, I will choose to roll it twice. It's 5. 6 on the first one. Let me write that down so you don't have to. 6. 3, 6. 10. 16 spirit damage total.
How you want to do that?
I think I just command Cardi to do his thing through our like mental link, and his little like maybe through like the eyes of his plague doctor mask, just these spirit like lances just kind of shoot through the air at the harpy.
I really love the image of fucking laser beams coming out of Cardi and just okay.
Divine
Fucking
laser beams.
Divine laser beams come out.
Laser bird.
You strike, Cardi strikes true. You see the harpy also bend his back because y'all are giving these guys a lot of back shots. And it starts to fall, and then it disintegrates as it falls. So nothing fall. Well, it's 40 feet away. It wasn't gonna fall on y'all at all, but you can see it just turn to ash and fall somewhere in the near the other edge of this lake. We're gonna get out of initiative for now because you've kind of sort of befriended, you've chilled with Tide, and Tide is not hostile. Not really hostile. It's still a little scared of Aisha, but Aisha is currently standing directly on top of it. So if I don't know if Aisha was about to start stabbing the water, it's a little confident. Is the vibe.
I look to Maria, since Maria, you made it clear that you have established contact with Tide.
Yeah.
Does it like anything? Is there anything we can do for it so that no more of what just happened?
How about this? I'm going to use a focus point to use soothing words, just to make sure that we have like a fully established relationship with Tide.
And soothing words, you've used it once again, basically. Can you please repeat what it does? It's been a hot minute.
I'm gonna utter soothing words. The target gains a +1 status bonus to will saving throws. Bonus increases to +2 against emotion effect. In addition, when casting, I can attempt to counteract an emotion effect on the target. So if it is currently frightened or anything along those lines, whatever I need to do, still Aki, to make sure that it does not throw Aisha off, I will do. But I just sort of like, as I touch the like soft, slippery top of it, just sort of like, again, very maternal words of like, nothing will happen to you. Please do not throw Aisha off of your back.
You get the feelings of it being calm, and you also get the sense that it trusts you. So if you trust that Aisha is not going to hurt it, it's not going to hurt her back. And the entire lake gets incredibly still. It's so Tide is not the size of the entire lake. I feel like because you keep touching it and you keep establishing these connections, you're able to kind of feel how big it is. It's not that big. It's just that Tide has a good, strong water grasp and is kind of like this lake is the home.
Yeah.
But this lake is also a domain of sorts. Tide's not kicking you guys out, or anything like that, but you are. If you start rowing the boat, Tide's not gonna like freak out about it.
Cool.
Tide is also aware that Christopher is not a log. It's I just
Damn.
I just want you to note that. You fooled the
I mean-
Harpy, you didn't fool Tide.
Okay, but like, I don't think Christopher knows that Tide knows, so I think he will continue to be a log until he's not.
Yeah.
Which is probably very funny for Tide, but Christopher's like, I got this. I'm so inconspicuous.
So there's no hostiles left, right?
No more hostiles now.
All right. So Aisha is gonna put her weapon away and kneel down beside the rowboat to untie the child.
Mm-hmm. You do so. This little girl, she's got like light brown skin, dark brown hair. She looks like a regular little girl, human. She kind of rubs her hands because they hurt, and just is quiet. She's just gonna stay quiet.
Is she hurt?
She is not hurt. Like, she is sore because
Okay.
she's been. You can tell that because she was tied up for a while, and like there's bruising from being tied with rope for so long. But like otherwise, she seems rather chill. Yeah.
I'm gonna take, like, after I finish untying her, I'm gonna take the rope and I'm gonna like wrap it around the prow of the rowboat. And as I am tying this knot, just quietly, Aisha says, "We're gonna get you home, all right, kid?"
She's gonna nod, and to acknowledge that she understands you, but she's gonna stay very quiet.
You wanna tell me where you're from?
You know what? Y'all gotta make diplomacy checks when you talk to her. Actually, now that I think about it, you are all strangers. You are clearly very strong strangers, and she is a child.
If this doesn't work, let's just get her off the water.
Yeah. That's why I'm like talking as I work, because I am gonna tow the boat back to shore. But
I think
my diplomacy check is not great.
I'm a big scary monster.
I love the balloons that suddenly happened.
What the fuck?
That was great. That was my magic to calm her down. No, I wanted to see. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you. Aisha,
Oh,
sorry.
my diplomacy was a 14.
Were we all rolling?
If you guys can wish to talk to her, I will say yeah. Then you basically, after you say your piece, you would have to roll diplomacy at the end because she's still kind of like.
But not now.
right
Okay.
there. Yeah.
I rolled prematurely.
Yeah. So for you, Aisha, it takes a little bit, and she kind of like waits for you to turn back around before she kind of points in a direction. The direction she is pointing to is in the direction that you are all headed to.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to remain basically non-verbal for a bit, though. Joe, yes.
Cool. I just have a quick question before I address her, I guess. How long did it take Christopher to get to the boat, or is the boat already towed and he will make it to shore as a log?
We'll get you.
Yeah, I was like,
Cool.
I think they're gonna. Everybody's gonna see you and be like, all right, it just drops you in. Like you were close to the boat, and I think if Aisha's doing all that, she can just pick you up and throw you into the boat. Easy.
Sweet.
Well, I'll pick up Christopher and throw him into a different boat. I'm trying to give the kids space.
You chuck Christopher in a different direction.
Cool. The one objective that I had, you destroyed with a single throw. Great. That is so great for me. All I wanted is
I'm
to
sorry.
talk
Were
to
you trying?
No. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. This is actually funny. Christopher will send Tiny to the girl Like having Tiny near and just be like, hey, can you like make sure that like she's okay, be comforting towards her, and then kind of just send, because I feel like Tiny is the most non-threatening after Ellie, like look wise at least. So Christopher's gonna send off Tiny and, you know, trust and faith in that little pipe fox.
Heidi is gonna look at you and then look at the water and go, okay. Gets in the water. Fucking for his life. Luckily, the boat is closer to the boat Tiny was on.
Oh my
Tiny can
God.
stretch. Tiny can get on the boat. Slither in. And Aisha, this is a real fun thing to listen to. As Tiny goes, hi, what's your name? I'm Tiny. I don't like talking either. I'm just gonna say things now. Mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell. Tiny starts saying facts.
Oh my god.
That Tiny knows. Because the little girl doesn't want to talk. But
So
the little girl doesn't seem like perplexed or upset or anything. If anything, the little girl is like kind of watching Tiny
furry
go for
worm.
it. Mm-hmm.
There's a hairy worm talking to you.
Tiny is the embodiment of would you still love me if I was a worm?
and is objectively smarter than Christopher, because no way does Christopher know what a mitochondria is.
Yo, I know what else is a powerhouse though. Hey.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Are we
Like
able
this has
to
wood muscles? Yeah, these skinny bitches carved.
Are we able to like fast forward a little bit to getting onto the
Yeah,
shore?
yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
cool.
Nice.
Once on the shore and the little girl is taken off the boat and everything, Ellie definitely wants to like make sure, like look her over, make sure she's okay, but also like to just like sit down on the ground, get like, I imagine she's a little kid, right? So like if I sit down, I'll be eye level with her.
Yeah, she like 7.
Okay. So I'll sit down next to her and I'll say, I know this has all been very scary, and I'm sure the last thing you want to do is talk to a stranger. And if you need time, that's okay. You don't have to say anything. But if you could help us help you get home, you know, all I want to know is, what is your name and where are you from? And I will roll diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
That is... Where's my diplomacy? Oh my god, I'm blind. 23.
It takes a little bit because
I wait
But you're-
patiently for her.
yeah, and she kind of like she's wearing so now that she's kind of like out of the boat and stuff and everything's calmer, you can kind of tell she's wearing like a very colorful little dress that looks a little ruined by dirt and grime and whatever stuff happened, because for the record, when you blew up that other zombie, some bits and pieces did in fact get scattered everywhere, and it was standing right above her. This is both the times that zombie blew up because once was a hole in the chest and the other was being slashed. So there's some stains and stuff, but that's just through combat. That's not through her being hurt or anything like that.
I did aim away from the boat.
You did aim away from the boat, but like it's still got like one hit through it, so she had stuff on her. And even if you slash like away from the boat and stuff, there's still gonna be some of that residual from your weapon, right? So, okay, real quick. I'm so distracted. Kimchi's like begging to be let out right now. She's like making direct eye contact, doing this, like to the fucking thing. Oh god.
Do you need to pick her up?
No, I'm gonna pick her up because if I do, then she's gonna be here and then she's gonna run around
Oh,
or
got
something
it,
like
okay.
that. Yeah. We're gonna end in like 30-ish.
yeah.
So then I'm gonna pick her up whether she wants to be or not.
Okay.
So she's like holding the hem of her dress a little bit and takes her a little bit and very quietly she goes, my name's Arabella. Oh, sorry, not Bella, Arabelle. I can't read what I wrote. I'm from I'm Vistani.
Does she look familiar to you, Ellie?
Yeah, like, she might be from another troop, but...
You can roll like a recall knowledge society because you don't have Barovia lore.
No.
Maria has Barovia lore.
Yeah, I do, but I don't know any of the caravans.
What is that? 13 plus... You said society plus
Yeah.
7, dirty 20.
Okay, so through your travels, because you've been low key to Vallaki before, but like once
Yeah.
through the big traveling, right? You're mostly familiar with Village of Barovia and stuff. So you are aware that there is a very large encampment of Vistani in Vallaki. And if she pointed that way before, she might not remember the name of the village, but that's most likely where she's gonna be.
Okay.
You do not recognize her visually or anything like that at all, but like, yeah, if she says she's Vistani and she's pointing there, it makes sense to you to think Vallaki is where you need to go.
The Vistani don't have a language, right? Or do they?
No.
Okay.
But she seems like in terms of what she looks like, she seems like, like she's not malnourished or anything like that. She has like ribbons in her hair that are all messed up now because of being bamboozled like this. But yeah, like it's honestly, in all cases, she looks like a healthy little girl.
Okay. I'm gonna save further questioning till she has like a few hours to decompress.
Yeah.
But I will say to her, I'm friends with the Vistani. I'm friends with Madame Ava.
She recognizes the name. That much you see. Like her eyebrows raise.
You're safe with us, okay?
She will nod.
After I get that out of her, I leave her be to sit or stand or whatever she is choosing to do. I'm keeping an eye on her, but I'll walk over to the others and let them know what her name is and where she's from.
Madam Ava told us that we were supposed to be looking for a missing child, and we found one, so...
Yeah.
I mean...
Just as she foretold.
Is this... Listen, I don't know how this fortune-telling stuff works. Is this literal, or should we ask her to empty out her pockets? Or is this like we take her somewhere and...
Well, sometimes it's literal, sometimes it's not. I think it would be best for us to examine further once we get her to Vallaki. And hopefully to the Vistani there.
What if you did another reading? You, like, Madame Ava said you got power, right?
I do to an extent, yes. I don't have cards or anything like that.
With my prescient planner, can I just produce a hero deck?
Yes. That is yes. Yes, you can. You traded this back in the encampment, maybe, or maybe this is straight up when you were in Vallaki and you just won it in a game of cards or something like that. So you just kind of had it, and you're like, this would be a cool souvenir, because I mean, they're pretty cards. And also you can play other card games with these cards. By the way, like you can play card games.
You can play an indie TTRPG.
Yeah, they've got
Good.
it, I think there's 2 or 3 ways to play with these cards beside no, including fortune telling. So it's like they exist as that. You just didn't know maybe that they were also now for tarot purposes, and you're kind of like, that makes sense.
Yeah. I do have to deduct the cost out of my money. That's how Prescient Planner works. So I am officially broke now. But yeah, I just produced like a really like basic hero deck. This is the equivalent of like a gas station Rider Waite deck. I'm just like, can you use these?
I can try. And she'll take the cards.
Do you want to do this at
I have-
basically on the shore of the lake, or would you like to go back to your wagon?
I'd like to go back to our wagon.
'Cause it's not wet.
Let's get the kid comfortable.
Yeah.
Let's all like change clothes or whatever we need to do. We can
I'll get the kid some
fast forward
food.
or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
get the kid some food.
Couple things about the
Give her some
kid.
things soft to hold on to.
Yeah.
Christopher and Tiny.
Couple things about the kid. One, at some point, she has in fact picked up Tiny and is holding Tiny like a long cat. And she's kind of walking around. 2, she gets very excited when she sees the caravan wagon, because it is in colors she recognizes. It's in a shape she recognizes. If she didn't try, wasn't sure, y'all were just name dropping, but she doesn't know you, and you were saying that the Vistani kind of trust you and stuff like that, and you trust the Vistani. So she was still a little weary because stranger danger, but now she sees that and she feels a lot better. In fact, oh my goodness, Kaffa,
I was gonna say, how does she feel about our scary
Kappa.
horse?
she goes to touch Kaffa. Kaffa leans down. Kaffa likes kids. Kaffa is a war horse that also takes care of children. Kaffa is the god of war, 2018 at this point. But yeah, she seems a lot more like a kid now after chilling with the horse and holding Tiny like a long cat. She needs help getting into the wagon though, or else you're gonna see her climb on all 4s.
I got her.
Yeah, and she is very comfortable in the wagon. Actually, you can all continue to travel while this happens, and I believe Maria is driving. But if you rather just sit in the wagon and just do this, that's also basically it's, do you want to keep moving or do you want to sit?
We should keep moving, right?
Well, we should keep moving.
I was gonna say,
Right.
is it early enough in the day that we'll make it to Vallaki before nightfall?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, we should.
Yeah,
keep moving.
you weren't
I got it.
you were not actually too far away from reaching Vallaki in general. So even if you waited, you would still reach before nightfall. The lake detour is actually the lake is actually very close by, and as long as you don't cross the lake, you're not and by cross I mean fully cross towards where the mountains and stuff like that are. You don't kill too much time. Actually, I want to say that this whole thing took maybe an extra hour, but
Word.
you're on the wagon, you're fine. If you were walking, that's a little bit different. So, wagon moving. Ellie, if you would like to try and do your own tarot reading,
Yes.
are you doing a 1 card, 3 card, or 5 card?
I just did a 3 card.
3 card?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say you can make an Arcana roll to interpret things, but also what are you asking it exactly?
So I think I am trying to ask it, like, if we're on the right track for the key. Because obviously we have the girl, but that doesn't mean she physically has the key. It might mean that something about her is the key, or she will lead us to the key, or something like that. So I just want to know, like, vibes of how close we are to that. So you said Arcana?
Yeah, Arcana. I will also allow Occult, actually, because that works too. Whichever you'd like.
My bonus
honestly.
is the same in either, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I'll take Arcana since that's what you indicated first. Hey, that's pretty flippin' good. 22. 15
Dope.
plus 7.
Now this is for me. Did you actually do a pull?
Yeah.
Okay, you could, cause you a tarot-y bitch like me. So like you can do your reading and like explain it and stuff like that, and then afterwards I will feed you information to how it connects.
Yeah, we can do that off camera. I already wrote down the cards I pulled if you want to not take up too much time.
Okay. So you feel a connection with the cards. They look like regular cards, for the record. They're pretty, right? But they do, just like Aisha said, basically gas station in Vallaki, okay? Like, just very chill.
Oh, you're gonna laugh so hard at this reading.
You do feel a connection with these cards. Like your magic has established something within it. As if it was dormant or needed to be activated. And so you feel the magic of it flowing through you very, very easily. Kind of like you're reading a book that is also an audiobook at the same time. The way you are processing information is very fast and not confusing. And
Do you want me to tell you the card?
Give me actually that'd be good.
So the first card is the Two of Pentacles. This is why I'm saying you're gonna laugh. Two of Pentacles, 3 of Staves, or Wands, whichever you prefer, and then 8 of Wands. Staves or Wands. So, time management, prioritization.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Progress, foresight, fast-paced change. And movement.
Yeah, no, it's very, very accurate. You get those vibes that you were given. You also can see it play out in your cards, which, by the way, low-key everybody can see that when they focus on the cards. The image is kind of moving a little bit and changing to be kind of where you need to go. You see that you will make it to the gates of Vallaki while there's still daylight out. You see almost like it's zooming through the entire village, showing you things a little too fast, honestly, but not so fast that you can't make things out. You see it light up in 2 specific areas. You see that it lights up this tavern, and Aisha, you recognize it. You recognize as the Blue Water Inn. You were in there before. That entire kind of building kind of lights up with this glow, almost makes a dinging sound, like bing, that's where you're supposed to go. You see it go further through into an encampment full of other Vistani, and then you see it kind of light up around their treasure wagon going bing bing again. And actually, Christopher, there is a man that is shown there that you recognize. You recognize him as Arigel, the handsome guy who gave you the letter. And he kind of sits in the encampment, So when you saw Madame Ava and you saw, like, she didn't have to do much to kind of display that position of power she was in. He doesn't have to do much to display the position of power that he's in this encampment. He bangs up a little bit, and then lastly, you get actually, this should have been also in the blue water in my bad. So I guess it goes zoom, zoom, zoom back out because technically it's not a part of your question, but it's still giving it to you. Back in the blue water inn, there's a little pink glow by the window. At night.
Cool.
That's it. You are on the right track. You're killing some time is the best way to put it. Let's go, bitch. Let's go, bitch. They're pretty. Those cards are pretty.
The ones Aisha bought are not that pretty.
I want to say they're kind of, after being used, there's a sheen to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, they had to be activated, like they were dormant. So when they were chilling, they just kind of look like cards that you'd forget on your counter, and they collect dust, but you don't throw them away because it's part of a collection or something. Now they look kind of worthy to be a collectible in some weird way. That's what you get from your reading. And you all kind of see some of this, by the way.
I think when we're on the road to Vallaki, Aisha suddenly like you know how there's a thing when you're like, there's something important that I'm forgetting, and it's really important that I remember it. And I think just like it's just like a brain blast, and she's like goes and like opens the window to the driver, and she goes, "Hey Maria, do you remember what I told you when we first met?
That you were going to kill me?
That yes. There's a bounty on you in Vallaki."
Oh.
I think we can get them to rescind it or cancel it, but probably you don't want to be the first person they see when we get to the gates. They're kind of stab happy.
That makes sense. All right. I think Maria will like veer I totally forgot to. Maria will veer the kind of wagon to the side for the moment so that we can sort of change drivers.
I think Ismark and Irina are both like the most respectable among us, so like I think one of them should probably do the last leg of the trip.
Yeah, Ismark's the one who will volunteer unless anybody else wants to do it real bad. Otherwise, Ismark will swap with you and easily actually, when you swap, Maria, you can tell that Kefka is not happy about this switch, but will obey regardless. Kefka is not that happy about this. Y'all are charmed by this sweet young man, but Kefka's not. Kefka hates men.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I feel like this is a horse that doesn't like men.
That's fair.
Great. I love
That's
it.
fair.
Kefka is
So valid of him. So valid of him to say that. What a true feminist.
Yeah. just here. We'll listen because this horse wants to get places too, okay? Also, not Kefka, Kaffa.
Kaffa.
Kappa,
I'm
do
saying
we-
Kefka because of fucking anime.
Is there room on the seat up front for 2 people? Like, do we recognize that the horse is like given Ismark the side eye? Like, should somebody else sit with him?
You can sit with him if you want to. I would say 2 people can fit easy.
I'll
Yeah.
do that.
So-
Yeah,
At
you'll
least
I
fucking
need
do that.
time to. Yeah, maybe.
Trying to get some quality time with the boy.
Yeah. I need time to
Menses.
process the reading I just did. So
Yeah,
probably
and
better
how-
to not be cooped up in the back.
Yeah, true.
And also how easy that was too.
Yeah, it was a little too easy.
I talked to Aisha and Christopher and Arina, whoever is in the back still. Should I pretend to be dead?
No. I think we'll talk to them. We'll explain the situation. I think somebody just saw you and panicked, but once you talk to people, they'll understand.
I'm unsure how optimistic we can be about monster bounties, but I'm willing to sort it out once we get there.
Well, either they'll understand or I'll make them understand.
Okay, I understand. I understand that.
Is there anything else people would like to do as we kind of are getting close to wrapping up here?
I put Christopher back in my apron.
I think is the girl as I sit there, is the girl like she's like still like close to us, right? Like in the
Yeah, she's not.
Okay.
So I would say she went from sitting in the corner close to a window to moving a little bit closer to y'all. She still wants to be by the window because she likes looking outside the window. But like otherwise, you know, like she's she also chose to be wrapped up in blankets because she is cold. She's very cold. So she's kind of burritoed at this point. But also chilling closer with y'all. Still looking out the window. Unless you ask for Tiny back, by the way, she is still holding Tiny, and Tiny is still talking about all the things that Tiny knows. It's very much the vibes are she likes listening to people talk. And
Aw.
Tiny finally gets to share their special interest.
Tiny is just like a magical podcast.
Mm-hmm. Tiny's talking about a lot of things. Tiny's really good at staying on topic and then gradually moving the topic. So it went from science to like now Tiny's talking about like, oh fucking god, oh no, trains.
Not trains. Are there even trains in Barovia?
No. I don't
Okay,
even know if there's
wanna-
trains in fucking Baldur's Gate. Who knows? Yeah, continue.
Before we part ways on this, I know this is like more of a combat thing, but it also specifically says that it fills your allies with courage. So I want to cast Bless on the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to touch her. Before I wanted to cast guidings, but that doesn't make sense in the in this context, and I have to touch her. But Bless range is 50 feet, so I can still do it without touching. It just is everybody gets courage, but it's like specifically for her.
Yeah. I'll say you see the effects of Bless take hold. She seems more open. Like y'all can ask her questions now without diplomacy rolls is what I'll say. For the remainder, unless you do something really shady, like I don't know, stab an old woman. Random.
Why is that the example?
Just what other example? I have to think of very shady things for y'all to do to get this. You just like, cause she's aware that you guys have like weapons and shit, but you're not stabbing her. But like, if you stab like fucking Nana Toppins over there, like then
Banana
yeah.
Toppins.
And Toppins, that's the reference for fucking Mandy. But like, you know, like over there, and then she'll be like, "Why'd you stab Nana?" Like, you know, like it's different. It has to be very like shady. I don't know.
Okay, no stabbing old ladies. Got
No
it.
stabbing old ladies.
That was a thing I totally was gonna do, and I'm gonna have to cross it off my list now.
Strahd appears as an old lady.
Darn it.
That doesn't count.
Anyways, you don't have to roll diplomacy to ask her questions or talk to her anymore. She, I will say, remains non-verbal for most of it. At this point, being more comfortable. But she listens and she acknowledges, and if you give her a piece of paper and a pen, she writes. And she can fucking spell. She can spell pretty well for a 7-year-old, actually. This is above learning grade level in terms of spelling.
Does that mean that Tiny and her are just training, like kind of like a spelling bee? You know, Tiny will just be like, can you spell this word? And she's just like, got you.
Literally,
These two neurodivergent people are just very cute together.
literally, that is okay. So Tiny, more facts about Tiny, and specifically pipe foxes. They like languages specifically,
What the
but they
fuck
like
is going
taking. Yeah, this is lore. They like taking notes. So,
They trade notes. Like
yeah,
in
doing
class.
little spelling bee shit, and Tiny getting to work her penmanship, which is, by the way, really fucking good. Like SpongeBob writing really fucking good.
Incredible.
Yeah, and Arabelle, God, I keep calling her Arabella. It's Arabelle. Arabelle also likes writing. This is just like how they're bonding now at this point. She's very comfortable.
Oh my god.
Baby. Okay. Thank you for indulging me in this, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That was so cute. Thank you for that. I needed that wholesomeness today.
Yeah. Is anything else that y'all would like to do?
Nope.
Try not to die.
And stuff can wait till next session.
I learned.
Yep.
I learned.
We will.
This is
Wait.
sorry. This is a joke. Please ignore.
We're gonna end with a little thing here. As you approach the town, the old one second. Slavich, I think it's Slavich. Not bad. As you approach town, the old Slavich road meanders into an alley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. You guys recognize these, they've kind of always been there, as a heads up. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against this wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates, with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside, the gates are a half dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. That is what you see. And Aisha, you're very aware of this from before. This is how you entered Vallaki before. However, the vibes that you have had before, where they were confused as to how you appeared here, and then the town generally afterwards is relatively chill-ish, minus all the wolves and shit. I would say it looks a little bit, not necessarily more sullen, but more on guard. You don't remember this many wolves' heads. You don't remember this many pikes.
Any heads.
Well, you don't remember any heads. Oh dear. Well, there's a lot. Okay, there's a lot of fucking wolves' heads on these pikes. They're kind of decorating it. It's given Dracula impaling motherfuckers. Okay, like it's very weird.
Yeah, there's something off about this place.
The vibes are incredibly different. They're honestly sour from what you remember before. And guards that you kind of approach, if you were to stick your head out, they recognize you, but they look perturbed. That's where we're gonna end it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was super non-worrisome.
Yeah, no, everything's fine.
Everything's
complete-
fine.
Everything's
Nothing-
totally fine.
Yeah.
Nothing threatening about that at all.